for Nouns DAO, brought to you by the Noun Square, the best place to get your nouns news on the web. Let's get right into these props. Proposal 282, dynamic quorum update by Nounlius.eth, who rented the nouns via Agora to meet the 2-noun proposal threshold. This proposal will revert recent updates to dynamic quorum, reverting the max quorum from 20% back to 15%. As a reminder, quorum is the number of 4 votes needed for a proposal to pass. In nouns, quorum is dynamic, meaning the more against votes there are on a proposal, the more for votes are required. The newest iteration of dynamic quorum capped the 4 votes required at 20%. Nounlius says in the proposal that this proposal is not only meant to revert to original settings, but also encourage further discussion on whether the dynamic quorum should be removed altogether. As for the community sentiment, currently this prop is sitting at 42 for and 59 against. Krell voted for with 2 votes, stating, "It's not yet clear to me what DQ parameters are actually healthy for the DAO long term. There are good arguments to bring them up or down, and it's anyone's guess what the perfect equilibrium would be. But for now, I'm in favor of reducing max quorum." In Nounsel, this proposal passed with 35 for votes and only 5 against. But there are still a large number of silent voters against this change. Voting is open now and runs through Friday morning, so go vote. Proposal 283, clothing every day, forever, by Neckfast. This proposal is for $75,800 to fund a proof of demand phase of Wares.WTF, a Nouns clothing brand. This phase will be a limited test drop to gauge costs and demand. If successful, the project would move to expand with more clothing items and larger quantities with another proposal. Wares.WTF will be led by LeBlanc Studios, a Dominican clothing brand established in 2014 and available around the world, including in retailers like Odin. Neckfast will serve as the Nounish creative lead to ensure the designs are in sync with nouns. The categories of clothing are Noun Essentials, the basics, Nounswear or streetwear focused clothing, and Nouns Jackets, tailor-made jackets for different builders. There is a lot of detail in the proposal on the materials, design, and fit of the clothing line. Products should be available to purchase in early November if successful. After the product expansion phase, or phase 2, the project will be able to support itself and will continue producing Nounish clothing. As for the community sentiment, there have been many Nounish clothing lines in the past, including Dopamine and Nouns Brand, each receiving 6 figures in funding. It's safe to say that neither has been a smashing success, thus leading many Nouners to be skeptical of any clothing ideas coming to the DAO for funding. That said, Neckfast is well known within Nouns. Benjamin said this in the Nounsel Discord: "In terms of measuring success, the majority of the grants allocated to fashion-related props haven't actually delivered tangible outputs. In my opinion, this is the most realistic price prop in the fashion category. It's a bummer that the delivery of other props is not encouraging new props." Another Nounsler voted against and said, "The Daily Essential is a competitive market with players like Uniqlo and Everlane, etc. I do not think the strategy the team plans on implementing would generate demand/achieve self-sustainability. Furthermore, the design seems more streetwear than essential." One voter for said, "I know LeBlanc Studios work. Neckfast plus LeBlanc Studios. This will surely be amazing." Asked about the comparison to Nouns Brand in the Jungle Discord, and Neckfast said each project has a distinct focus, with Nouns Brand being a fusion of streetwear and high fashion, while Wares.WTF is more focused on ready-to-wear clothing. As for the voting, this sits at 0 for and 49 against, but there are 4 days left to vote, so make sure and vote. Thanks for checking out this episode of Prop Talk, the voter companion show for Nouns DAO, brought to you by the Noun Square. Hit that like and subscribe because every little bit helps. If you like this episode, leave us a comment. That would even be great. Until next time, stay Nounish.